All right, Ted Saints. Great morning, great morning, great morning. You need to celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. You are awake, you are alive. My desk right now is a mess because I have so much going on. But today I am really excited. I'm a little late and I have a good reason for being late. I'll let you know what that reason is in a minute. But great morning. So I hope that you woke up ready to conquer your morning. Remember, when you command your mornings, you conquer your days. Most of us, we wake up and we kind of wake up and we roll out of bed and we don't have a plan. We're not clear on our purpose, right? We forget all about our vision. And when you're not clear on your vision, your goals and your disciplines, your habits, they don't align. And so you maybe wake up a little late, but we're not going to do that anymore, okay? So I want to share with you why I'm a little late this morning, okay? And I promise you it's a good reason. I'm really excited about it. This morning is day number 1. I posted it on the page. So I posted the first week on the page. So once we're done, you can go check it out and see which ones you're going to come to. Hopefully you're going to come to all of them. And I really want it to be about every single day. We're getting a little bit better every day, and we're adding on some habits. We're adding on some disciplines. We are improving ourselves every single day. So I'm looking for the page where I wrote out my stuff this morning. Here we are. So like I told you, I have a book, okay, a book for everything. So I actually need to go visit the bookstore this week because I have to upgrade my stationery. My daughter taught me a trick this morning, knowing the difference between stationery with the A and stationery with the E. I'm a math and science instructor, not languages, okay? But I'm really excited because once you get really clear on what it is that you want to do, you're going to realize that things just start to fall into place. And so this morning I woke up and y'all know I journal every single morning, okay? And I was looking over my planner. Where's my planner? My planner is on my MacBook. Can't move it right now. But I was looking at my planner, going through everything. And I was thinking, I said, you know what? I need to give these morning meetings. Yeah, let's call it a morning meeting. We need to give these morning meetings where we meet together every morning. We need to give it a name. And so I was going through in my head. And then I said, okay, well, if I'm going to give it a name, I need somewhere where you can go to get the replays easily, right? And so I went ahead and I was brainstorming because, that's how I journal. And so I was brainstorming. And then I came up with it. Mind on my business. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's a little corny, a little not, But I came up with it and I say, why I wanted to call it Mind on My Business? Because most of us aren't thinking about our business the way we need to. Our mindsets aren't where it needs to be. And when your mindset is where it needs to be, you can't help but be successful in your business. You can't help but crush it in your business. So that is the name of our morning meetings, Mind on Our Business, okay? Mind on My Business. Every single day, we are going to wake up and we are going to be grateful. We are going to give God thanks first and foremost, and then our minds need to be on our business, okay? So that's the name of it, and all of the replays are going to be on mindonmybusiness.com. We made it official. The YouTube is going to be Mind on My Business. The podcast is going to be Mind on My Business if that ever comes back, okay? Some of them I'm going to do like blog posts and freebies that go with them. And I'm also thinking that I'm going to do a guide that goes along with what we talk about. So we're going to have the Mind on My Business, everything, all right? So I'm really excited about that. That's why I'm late, because I went and I bought me my domain because I wasn't about to go name something and then the name is already taken and it's already like, So I went, made everything official, and that's why I'm a little late this morning, but I'm super excited about that. So Mind on My Business is our morning meetings. We're going to meet every single morning at 7:07 Eastern. Unless something changes, but for right now, 7:07 a.m. Eastern, Mind on My Business. I like it. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. So I posted the first week schedule, okay? So I had to change the name and everything. So I posted the first week schedule. It is on my Instagram. You can check out that first week schedule. So that's number 1. And you can check out all the replays within 24 hours on mindonmybusiness.com. Well, most replays, maybe not every replay will get posted. It just depends on the replay or the live stream that we had that morning. The second thing is, okay, so last year I was thinking about phasing out my free funnel class, but then I've had so many people who somehow found the free funnel class and asked me about it. So I will be hosting the free funnel class this week at on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So click the link in my bio, sign up for the free funnel class if you haven't already. And then number 3, coaching opens up today. So my VIP coaching program opens up today. I'm super excited about that. I have to talk to my own coach about something first before I put it out there. But if you've been looking to work together, definitely keep your eyes on my stories. I'll probably go live a little bit later today to talk more about it as well. So how are you doing? Are you ready for today's training? I have 3 things that I want to share with you. And this is something I actually journaled about this morning, right? I was like, you know what? A lot of times we get so advanced and we move so fast in our business, we forget about the basics. We forget about the things that really allow us to capitalize on what we already have. And there are 3 things that really stood out for me this morning that I want to share with you today. So we're going back to the basics, 3 principles, 3 things that I want you to write down, that I want you to put in your journal. Like I've said on several occasions, every single month, you need to have at least 1 new book every single month. So for me, this is my book that I use for my content, for my live stream content, okay? So all this stuff in here is my live stream content. Because before I just used to, randomly put it down, okay? But then I want to start my blog again. I want to start upgrading my blogs. And so if I want to keep track of the content that I have in my live streams without having to listen to the whole live stream again, why not map it out in the book so that I can follow it? So every single month, you need to have a book. This is my book for the month. So this book right here, and this is just like a bonus pro tip, but this book right here is where I put all my ideas. This is where I map stuff out. This is where one of these books actually is where I came up with my consistent coins coaching program idea. Okay, so if you realize that maybe just thinking about it isn't working, or what you're doing right now isn't working, highly recommend getting a monthly book. I have several books. So I have books, 1 book for my personal development. I have a book for professional development. I have a book, my brainstorming book that goes with me every single where. And then I have my live stream content book as well. Okay, so that's just a side note before we get started. So if you're ready to get started and you can hear me okay, give me a 1 down in the comments and we are going to get started. So while you're dropping those ones, welcome to Mind on My Business morning meeting. My name is Kalita and I'm a passive income coach. I show women just like you how to generate passive income in their business with the power of strategic systems, a super simple strategic system like, funnels. Y'all know how I feel about a good sales funnel. Number 2, with your, by attracting buyers on autopilot, generating sales on demand. And I believe that every single woman should have a digital product, okay? Whether you have a job, whether you have a business, it doesn't matter. You have some type of knowledge, some skill set in your mind that you can monetize and you can leverage with a digital product or service. And that's all what my consistent coins coaching is about, is taking you from idea to income in the online space with that digital product, digital service, and leveraging the power of systems so you can become more productive, so you can become more profitable. This morning, we're going to talk all about the basics. So I have 3 really important things that stuck out to me, and I really hope that you can implement at least one of them to help you take your business to the next level. So welcome, everyone. Don't forget, let me just put the text number at the bottom. So if you want to get a notification every time I go live, just text PROFIT to 206-309-8896. Text PROFIT to 206-309-8896. So here's our quote. So here's a quote for today. Write this down. My mind is the master. My body is the worker. My mind is the master. My body is the worker. So when I first heard this, I was like, oh my goodness. life-changing, right? If you start to think to yourself that at the end of the day, whatever you think you can do, okay? And if you remember that your mind is in control and whatever your mind tells your body to do, it has to do, you're going to start looking at a lot of those things you call impossible as super possible. Because if you think it, you can do it, right? So my mind is the master, my body is the worker. So number one, if you wake up on Mondays and you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. Period. And you know, I believe in this. I live by this. I am super, I'm all about this. Every single week when I wake up on Mondays, I know exactly what I'm doing. That's why I get so aggravated. Honestly, I get really aggravated when I have taken the time to create a plan for the week and then my plans get messed up because I am so intentional about being productive because I know I have so much stuff to do, right? So if you're waking up on Mondays and you don't have a plan, you are planning to fail. That's number one. And I have decided that whenever I plan for the week, I'm going to try to go live. Whenever I do my scheduling for the week, I'm going to try to go live so that you can get in the habit with me, right? So that when I'm doing it, you can be doing it. And you can see that it's all about just being consistent. It's just all about setting the intention and then being disciplined enough to implement the habit in your own routine. So if you don't have a plan on Mondays, if you're waking up and you don't look at on your desk or next to your bed or wherever, and you don't see your planner and you don't know exactly what you're doing for the day, you're playing catch up. You see, we often put our own selves at a disadvantage. It's not other people who's putting us at a disadvantage. It's us. If you know, right, that all successful people have a plan, if you know that success is all about scheduling out your day, scheduling out your week, scheduling out your month so that you are in control of the time that you do have, then why would you not create a plan? Why would you not schedule that plan, right? Scheduling takes it to a whole different level. And don't worry, this week I have a whole class on productivity and time management, my best strategies that have allowed me to really make use of the little 24 hours that we have. See, we have 24 hours, and however you want to look at it, you have 24 hours. That's what you're working with. Regardless of if you have a side hustle, a side business, a full-time business, you have a full-time job and a side hustle, if you have 10 children, 3 children, 2 children, it does not matter. You have 24 hours. That's the time that you have. Now we need to figure out how we can make it work. One of the things that I believe in, one of the things that I swear by, that I live by, is you need to plan. Planning is everything. I believe so much in planning that planning is actually a hobby for me. Like I spend money on, like my stickers are in front of me right now. Let me show you some of my stickers. I spend actual money on stickers, right? Because it's a hobby. It's something that I spend time doing and I make it fun for myself because it's so important. So these are some of my stickers, right, that I use every day to make my planning fun because I really do like planning. I love productivity. It's something that I really like. So you need to make sure that you are being intentional about your planning. So, right. So like I've said before, I plan every Thursday. Every single Thursday, I plan. Why do I plan on Thursdays? Because I want to take my weekends off. If I want to take my weekends off, then I need to plan before the weekend. Then on Sundays, I schedule. Once you have a plan, it's easy for you to schedule the plan. Most people fall down where they don't even take step number 1. If you are not going to take step number 1, you can't take step number 2. It's literally impossible to take step number 2. And if you are not going to take step number 2, then how are you going to get to the finish line? How are you going to get to the result that you want, right? So you want to ask yourself, what day are you going to implement your plan? That's number 1. And then number 2, you need to make a decision to commit to it. That's how I've been able to increase my productivity so that I can increase my profitability over time. So if you want something different, you're going to have to start doing something a little bit different. If you want something different, you're going to have to start doing something different. So what can you do differently? How can you show up differently? How can you start thinking differently? That's where you're going to see a huge difference in your business. So that is number 1. If you're ready for number 2, give me a 2. Side note, if you don't have a planner, I highly recommend that you go ahead and grab the free passive income planner. It's going to be in the description or in the bio. The passive income planner is really going to position you to start attracting buyers on autopilot and generating passive income in your business. game changer. So it's free. Grab it, download it, use it. Number two, every day, instead of focusing on how can I go from 0 to 1,000, instead of focusing on how can I go from 0 to 100%, my goal every day is to be 1% better. When you think about 1%, it's a lot more doable, right? Like, drop an emoji if when you say to yourself, I just want to be 1% better than yesterday. So even if you were bad yesterday and you're 1% better, you feel more comfortable, you feel more confident in being able to be a 1% better. So for example, if yesterday, let's just say that yesterday you worked, okay, and you were supposed to be working on your business, but you know that you didn't show up in your business the way that you should have. So maybe your aim yesterday was, I wanted to post 3 times on Instagram, but you only posted once. Well, then you want to be 1% better than yesterday. How can you post 2 times instead of just the 1 time that you posted yesterday? How can you take time out? Maybe you can add on an extra 10 minutes to working on your business versus you working 0 minutes on your business yesterday. So it's all about being intentional, and it's all about how can I improve 1% better, okay? So this is what I personally do. I check in with myself before bed every single night, and I rate myself on a scale of 1 to 10. How consistent was I, right? How intentional was I? How did I show up with my money-making activities? How did I show up with my marketing? How did I show up with my selling? See, as women, we don't like to sell. As women, we're scared to sell. As women, we think that selling is being salesy, it's being sleazy, and it's not being of service. See, when you serve in a big way, you never have to worry about being too salesy, because the more you serve, the more you can position yourself to sell. And not only that, sales is the highest form of service that you can ever perform. If someone wants to lose weight, yes, you can go live. Yes, you can do free workouts, but what they really need is maybe your health coaching services, right? Maybe what they need is a customized plan. And so when you sell them whatever service or product or offer you have, you can help them to get the desired result a whole lot faster. So sales is the highest level of service that you can ever offer to your ideal buyers. So every night, get into the habit, like set an alarm, check in with yourself. It takes like 1 minute. On a scale of 1 to 10, was I 1% better than yesterday? How did I show up compared to yesterday? The only person you need to compare yourself to is who you were the day before. Stop trying to compare yourself to that person and this person. You have no idea if they have a team. You don't have any idea what their budget is for their business. You have no idea what they have going on. Stop comparing yourself to other people and compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Because at the end of the day, every single day you want to ask yourself, am I becoming the version of myself that gets the results that I want? Am I being that version of myself today so I can get the results a whole lot faster? Okay? So it's all about being 1% better every single day. Thanks for sharing. I will try that. I've been trying to plan, and although I haven't been as consistent as I need to be, I'm beginning to see positive results. I promise you, if you stick with it for 30 days, and for 30 days, that's like 4 weeks, you will see amazing results. So I'm so glad that the planning is starting to pay off. That's amazing, amazing. And use the planner, use the passive income planner. It literally walks you through the essential things that you need to plan, right? It literally guides you through what it is that you need to focus on when you're planning, because a lot of us are focusing on busy work, right? A lot of us are focusing on things that's not going to get us to the money. We are feeling every day, we feel like, oh, I worked 8 hours in my business, but how much money did you make? How much money are you going to make in the future because of the work that you put in? It's all about being intentional. It's all about being strategic. It's all about being laser focused. That is where the magic happens. And then something I talked about on Friday was the work that you're putting in today, it's going to pay off in 90 days. A lot of you want to show up and do work for a week and see the results immediately. It doesn't happen like that. The work that you do over the course of 90 days, over the course of the next 90 days, that's going to pay off for you in 90 days. So for me, I know the work that I do in January will manifest itself in April. The work that I do in February will start to manifest itself in May, and so on and so forth. So be more intentional, be more focused. Stop wanting microwave results. Here's the thing. If you got to choose a microwave meal versus a good home cooked meal, you want the home cooked meal because you know that the time was put into making it amazing. Whereas a microwave meal, yes, you're going to get it faster, but it's not going to be as fulfilling. It's the same thing with the results that you want in your business. You don't want microwave results. You want that good home cooked result, right? Where you put the effort in and then the results start to show up. See, when we put the good work in, what you're going to realize is that the results that you get from your business is going to have more long-term lasting results for you. The longevity is going to be there. And that is why I decided that my coaching is going to spread over several months instead of just being, hey, let's work together for 30 days. Because, and this is no shade to anyone, but most people aren't really that good at holding themselves accountable. Most people aren't that good at staying consistent. Most people aren't that good that if I give you the strategy and I know the strategy is going to work, after the 30 days, you're going to fall off, right? But if you stick with me after the 30 days, after the 60 days, and you stick with me and you're held accountable and you're able to be consistent, your results are going to be amazing. Imagine where you'll be in 6 months. 6 months of focused effort and consistency will completely transform the face of your business. Like the profits that you're going to start seeing, the results that you're going to start seeing will be absolutely phenomenal simply because you decided to focus for the long term. Okay. So number 2, every single day, focus on being 1% better. All right. And you always want to remember, I always say this to myself over and over again. Write this down. Write this down. Progress is the key to profits. Progress is the key to your profits. If you are not progressing, how are you going to profit? If you look at your Instagram today, right? And then 7 days from now, there's no change. Nothing is happening. There's no engagement. There's no growth. There's no clicks to the link in your bio, right? There's nothing going on. Then you can, and that's your main source of income. Or if you look at your email list and you realize, hey, email marketing is where I make most of my money, but nobody's joining your email list. Nobody's opening your emails. Progress, right? Where there is no progress, there can be no profit. Where there is no progress, there can be no profit. So keep on reminding yourself, and I want you to write that down. Progress is the key to your profits. As you progress, the more profitable you are going to become. So that was number 2. If you're ready for number 3, give me a 3 in the comments. If you're ready for number 3, give me a 3 in the comments. And don't forget, share this with a friend. Somebody needs to watch this. Somebody needs the content, right? Don't be stingy. Remember, the more people you have with you at the top, the less money you're going to have to spend yourself because everybody will be able to afford it, right? So you can all, share the expenditures. Look at it that way if you want to be selfish. But for real, you want to remember that the more you progress in your business, the more profitable you're going to become, which means that you need to be in tune with your progress. And the way that you're in tune with your progress is by tracking. How can you track? How can you look at your numbers? How can you be more intentional with keeping up with whether you are growing and progressing or not? So that was number 2. And then number 3 is my favorite, probably because y'all know I always talking about this. I have a whole class, I think it's on Friday, about this. But number 3 is, and write this down, the more productive you are, the more profitable you will become. The more productive you are, the more profitable you will become. And that's why I do my funnel class, because I know when you implement a funnel in your business will change. When you implement a funnel in your business will change. So not only do you want to build a funnel, but you also want to fill your funnel. And that's where most people fall down. They build a funnel and forget the funnel. No, you want to build a funnel, fill the funnel, and profit from the funnel. Okay, so if you're not coming to my free funnel class, I'm upgrading that. I'm working on that today and tomorrow, actually. So click the link in my bio. It's free. Sign up for the free funnel class. If you don't have the passive income planner, remember, progress is the key to your profits. You want to make sure that every day you're progressing. Grab that free passive income planner. And if you want to work together, remember my coaching is opening up today. We can work together for the entire year. So look out for that information. I will be more than happy to work with you and help you to start generating consistent coins in your business. So number 3, the more productive you are, the more consistent you are going to become. And the more consistent you are, the more profitable you are going to be as well. See, here's the thing. The reason why you aren't seeing the kind of results you want to see in your business, The reason why you aren't making the kind of money that you want to make in your business is not because the strategies don't work. Well, maybe yours don't work. I don't know. But for the most part, it's not necessarily the strategies. It's not necessarily that you aren't good at what you do. It's not that you don't know what you're supposed to know. It's because you're not consistent. If you aren't showing up consistently, and consistency comes down to you, you want to ask yourself, like, what is your level of consistency? My level of consistency is probably not your level of consistency. My level of intensity is probably not your level of intensity. So you want to ask yourself, what is your level of consistency? What can you commit to? And then make the decision to be consistent. You see, consistency comes down to a commitment. Consistency comes down to you saying to yourself, no matter what, I'm going to do the work. See, it's the work that you do when you don't feel like doing it that makes the biggest difference. I'm going to repeat that one more time. It's the work that you do when you don't feel like doing it that makes the biggest difference. I remember when I first started going live. I didn't want to go live, okay? But I set an alarm in my phone and I went live. And it made a big difference. So you want to ask yourself, what is your consistency? Your consistency could be, I'm going to post one time per week. That's not a good level of consistency. And that's why I said also intensity. So consistency and intensity is important. What you're going to realize is, and I've shared this several times, the game changer for me in my business came, okay, when I realized that there were people out here talking a whole lot of stuff that didn't really make sense, and they were teaching and they were showing up, but they were teaching a whole lot of fluff and a whole lot of stuff that wasn't getting people results. And they were nowhere near as good as me. And I'm not comparing myself, but I'm just stating facts. They were not that good. But guess what? They were getting paid. Okay? They were making an impact. They were getting in front of lots of people. But I wasn't showing up. I wasn't putting content out. I wasn't really doing anything. So at the end of the day, I couldn't really complain. I just had to ask myself, like, is me serving that important? Do I really feel like my calling to show up and serve and teach and coach, is it important, right? And once I really gave myself that reality check, once I checked in with myself and I realized, you know what? It wasn't that they were better than me. It was that they were being more consistent. That really shifted the game. That really was a game changer. And so for a lot of you got to start looking around in your marketplace, and you're going to realize there are a lot of people out here with your skill set who are nowhere near as good as you, making way more money than you are making. There are a lot of people who don't know half as much as you know, but they're showing up and they're applying the little bit that they do know. And because they're showing up and applying and executing consistently, they're getting paid way more than you are, right? They're seeing bigger results. And at the end of the day, it's not who's better, it's who's more consistent. And once most of us really get that, we're going to be a whole lot less scared to invest time, to invest money into our business. Because at the end of the day, it's a consistency game. It's not a money game. It's not a numbers game. It's a consistency game. And when you realize that it's almost impossible for you to invest in your business and not get a return on that investment once you commit to be consistent. And let me repeat that again. See, a lot of us are scared to invest at a high level, whether it's time or it's money. Because if you don't have the time, you're going to have to invest the money. If you don't have the money, you're going to have to invest the time. So a lot of us are scared to invest because we feel like, oh my goodness, I may not get my money back, or I may lose out on my money. But you know how you make sure that you always get a return on investment? By betting on you. Bet on you. Believe that you are going to show up in the capacity required for you to show up to get the level of results that you desire in your business. When you decide to commit, to be consistent, you can't help but win. And that is just the plain truth of the matter. See, when you start to show up and you commit to a consistent, let's say 3 months, let's say 6 months, let's say 9 months, you will not recognize your business. And I mean, for real. There are a lot of people fooling themselves and tricking themselves out their spot saying, oh, I show up every day. But when I ask, how are you showing up? What are you doing? What do you call showing up? No money making activities, no marketing, no content, no engagement among other people, no collaborations, nothing that will grow their business. But they're wondering, why am I not getting results? Why am I not seeing results? Why am I not getting the type of return on my investment when I invest. See, coaching is not a magic pill unless you believe it is a magic pill and do the work required because you believe that it is the magic pill. Let me say that again. Coaching isn't a magic pill. See, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to hire a coach and I'm going to make it to $1 million. I'm going to make it to $500,000. But if you don't show up, if you don't do the work, if you don't invest in yourself, and I don't only mean money, I mean time as well, right? But when you are intentional with the time that you have, when you're productive, your productivity becomes profitability because you're being more intentional with the time that you do have available to yourself. So I want to implore you to be more consistent. At the end of the day, she who is more consistent will win. Period. Okay. So you want to have your mind on your business every morning. Okay. And for those of you who join late, I'm Khalida. I'm a passive income coach, and I show you how to attract buyers on autopilot and generate sales on demand with a simple sales system. I believe every single woman should have a digital product. I feel like you need to monetize your mind. That is the way to go in this digital age. And every morning we meet at 7:07 a.m. Eastern here on Instagram at Khalida Kelman on Instagram, and the replays will be on www.mindonmybusiness.com. So that's the name of our morning meetings, Mind on My Business, because I believe that you win in your mind first before you win in your business, okay? So your mind needs to be on your business. So the more productive you are, the more consistent you're going to be, and the more consistent you are, the more profitable you are going to be. So there are three P's before we end, 3 P's that I want you to write down. 3 P's that I want you to write down. So let me just do a quick time check. Trying to find my iPad. I thought I had it here. Oh, here it is. I told y'all my desk is a mess, but I'm about to fix it up. Okay, I have like 1 minute. So 3 P's. No, it'll be on YouTube. Yes, it'll be on YouTube, but I'll put it on that one area so that you can navigate it as well. So it'll be on YouTube, but I felt like let's make these meetings legit, okay? Mindonmybusiness.com. So we all the way legit. That's why I was a little late, because I was over there, journaling, and I came up with this. I was like, ooh, let me see if that domain is available. Went, bought the domain, and I am in the process of setting it up. So yes. All right, so first P is plan. First P is plan. So I'm kind of summarizing with these 3 P's. First P is plan. You need to have a plan. You need to plan. The second P is you need to produce. Okay. So it's all about productivity. You need to produce. Produce or production is actually doing the work. Okay. When you are productive, you're doing the work in less time. Okay. So that you can be profitable. So the third P is profit. So profit is all about, hey, how much money do you keep after your expenses? So you want your business to be as profitable as it possibly can. One of the most profitable businesses that you can run is a digital product or service-based business. Why? Because the overhead is low. The lower your expenses, the higher your profits can be, okay? So even if you have the same revenue as someone else, but your expenses are lower, your profits are going to be higher. That's why I believe in a digital product-based business, a digital service-based business, because at the end of the day, your overhead, your startup costs are super, super low, okay? So your 3 P's, you need to plan, you need to produce, and you need to profit. All right, so any questions? So let me run it through real quick. Number 1, grab the passive income plan if you feel like you're not productive enough and you want to be more profitable. Number 2, join me for the free funnel class. Click the link in the description or the bio. Number 3, if you want to work together, go ahead and look out. I'm going to be dropping that information soon so that you can learn more about how you can start attracting buyers on autopilot and generating sales on demand with my super special method. So that's it for today. We went back to the basics. These were 3 things that I thought was super important. This is how you can position yourself to be insanely profitable in this online field. You want to plan, you need to produce, and you need to profit, okay?